Hi guys, and welcome to the latest Closer Look video. This time, as I say, I'm going to go a little bit different and cover the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the hardcover book 1. As I say, so far I've only really covered the DC Rebirth stuff, but I'm planning on, as I say, expanding this out a bit overall. So I'm looking forward to your feedback and any kind of suggestions of books that I have behind me that you'd want me to kind of go into more detail on. Alright, so as I say, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, book 1. Let's do this. Okay, so this is very much just a hardcover itself. There's no slipcase or extra kind of coverings on it. On the front we have Raphael. On the spine we have number 1, TMNT, and IDW at the bottom. Very much looks like their sort of sword handle, matching in red obviously. And then we have Raphael on the back, and it just lists say who kind of created it, and says that it collects the first 12 issues of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ongoing series, plus Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Splinter micro-series one-shots. So basically, as I say, you have those 12 issues, and then 5 sort of one-shots for the individual sort of characters. This was originally quoted as being, I believe, 50 US or 66 basically Canadian. As I say, it works out somewhere around the region of around sort of £30 to £40 in the UK. Okay, so I say very nice kind of book, very nice kind of bind on this one. I say I found that it did kind of rise because it is a sort of bigger book and better kind of built that way. And we do have the ribbon as well, which was really useful while reading. Didn't need to carry a bookmark or anything else around. So at the front of the book here, so we have looks like a kind of ninja and sort of samurai buildings. We've got a breakdown of what's in the book and how it's kind of split out. So you actually have, issue 5 followed by Raphael, then Michelangelo, then issue 6 to kind of read in order, as opposed to having all the single issues sort of at the end. As I kind of mentioned before, as I say, the art kind of comes and goes from sequences. You have some really nice pages like this, and then you will have some pages that get a little bit more kind of simple, I guess. But it never really took away from the book at all. It's just nice big kind of spreads, and they've kept a lot away from the gutters, although there is a little bit of a kind of gutter happening in the book overall. They have kept any of the kind of key text or action, far enough away from the gutter that it doesn't really affect things. Again, see the boxes kind of end here before the gutter, which works really well. This is, I say, where the look here compared to here, how the art's kind of dropped down a bit. But as I say, you're so quickly going through the book that you don't really worry about it. I don't want to spoil it all for you guys, so I'm going to just skip to the back to see any kind of extras or anything. So here we go. So at the back of the book we've got a couple of alternate covers. So we've got this one here. We've got this more sort of graffiti looking one. And that's pretty much it. 2 covers? 3 covers? So yeah, I mean it's a book full of content. It's not really full of any extras or anything like that, but really well built. Just a great quality book. Okay, so now that we've had a closer look at the book itself, as I said, I want to just go into a bit more detail about the books, like I do in all these videos. So, generally speaking, the story itself, spoilers guys, as I say, because I can't really review this book without mentioning some things. I'm going to try not to, but spoiler alert, anybody at this point in the video, I say there may be things that I mention that are considered sort of spoilers. I'm going to try and just cover the main kind of basics, and as I say, you probably saw some stuff looking at the book anyway. So, the general premise at first is that there's the four sort of turtles and Splinter's rat are all in this sort of lab, and they're being experimented on for, I think it's Krang, if I remember correctly, experimented for Krang to make this sort of super serum for his army or something. So they're going through that, and basically something happens where the Foot Clan attacks the lab, and basically all the turtles and stuff end up outside the lab and have the normal kind of spillage, you know, that we've kind of gone through. So we know that's the kind of the start of the turtles, right? At that point, a cat also gets kind of infected with this toxin, so becomes a mutant as well. And the cat actually grabs Raphael and kind of goes away, so the family's split. That's the first main thing. As I say, I don't want to go into the absolutes, the individual kind of nitty-gritty, but that's the main thing, is the family's been split. So all the remaining turtles and Splinter go off into the sewers, and we kind of jump a bit in kind of time where they're now, I say, a family, and they've been searching for Raphael for a while. They're all wearing their red kind of masks, and it's very much what you would think of as traditional turtles. Outside of that though, once they kind of pass that point, they start tying in all the rest of the characters as well. So you have Raphael kind of meets up with Casey Jones and builds that relationship kind of up. April was working in the lab, so she's not a reporter. If she is to become a reporter down the line, she's just a sort of a lab technician from school or something. And basically that's the big thing, and that's the big kind of layout of everything. And the story is just how that all kind of comes together. So how April gets to know Casey, and then Casey and Raph kind of come to the kind of the main Turtles team, and they all kind of come together. They bump into, you know, Shredder and blah 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 blah. The whole kind of thing kind of ties together that way. And there's also an underpinning kind of story of, I guess, their previous lives. So it's a story of reincarnation where I forget what all their original names is. Splinter's Yoshi, if I remember correctly, and he was a master in the Foot Clan previously. Basically, he and his family were killed and kind of reincarnated in this. It's a little bit strange that they reincarnate him and the boys and not the mum, so I'm not really sure if they're going to bring her back into it somehow down the line. And Shredder's back as well, so we're not really explained as to whether or not he's lived this time, or again whether he's got some reincarnation or something going on there, but he's human. So we've got that kind of things going on. There's a few tweaks. I say Krang looks a little bit kind of different. April, he has a slightly different kind of role. The whole, as I say, Casey and Raphael thing happens pre the Turtles team as opposed to post the Turtles team. As I think it did in the animated kind of series and things, he kind of goes off and with Casey because he wants to be the leader and Leonardo's the leader and kind of stuff. So that's changed. But I enjoyed it. As I say, like, you know, I go into these things very skeptical when things are rebooted, you know, and I really, really enjoyed it. It worked really well. The art kind of dips in places, but it flows quick enough that you don't really notice when actually reading it. I just really enjoyed the book overall. They're a little bit on the expensive side. So they go anywhere between, I think, somewhere around £25 to sort of £40 a book, depending on where you're buying them. So I'm going to have to shop around a bit and potentially ask for them for more gifts, because I believe they're up to 7 or 8 volumes of this so far, and I really, really want to kind of continue reading. So yeah, if you're a Turtles fan, if you enjoyed the cartoons, if you enjoyed previous kind of comics, I think it all kind of ties together really, really well, and it's definitely a series that I'd recommend checking out. Alright, so that's it for my my closer looks video on the Turtles Book 1. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, comment below, let me know what you think of the video, if there's any other books you'd like me to cover, and any kind of pointers or things you'd like me to kind of change as well. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.